Okay, around 8 cans later, and a few modifications to my original design, I finally produced an engine that works. I replaced my old flywheel with this CD, for fear that my pickle jar lid would be too heavy. I replaced my threaded PVC elbow with this one, so I could mount it flushly, as you can see right here. This allowed me to install a bigger displacer because there was no obstruction in the way. And this bigger displacer allowed the crankshaft to recycle. With much trial and error, this is my finished product. What I built right here is called a Stirling engine. The working principles of these engines are based on the laws of thermodynamics and the ability of volume expansion of ideal gases at different temperatures. The key points of Stirling engines are that every one of them has a sealed cylinder with one part hot and the other part cold. The working fluid inside the engine is moved by a mechanism from hot side to cold side and back again to give a reciprocating motion. When the working fluid is on the hot side, it expands and pushes the piston up. When it is on the cool side, it contracts, pulling the piston down. This expansion and contraction produces mechanical work. For further explanation on how a Stirling engine similar to mine works, I will turn to Steve Dufrenzi from remstar.org.
It's called a single cylinder design because there's just one outer cylinder that contains the working fluid, which is air in this case. The air inside it gets heated down here. This other cylinder is a solid mass that moves up and down. When it moves down, it displaces the hot air at the bottom, forcing it to move to the top. So this cylinder is called a displacer cylinder, or just a displacer. The displacer moves up and down under the driving force of this flywheel. As the flywheel turns, it repeatedly lifts and lowers the displacer. In this case, the connection between the flywheel and the displacer is this crankshaft and this thread. Since it is a thread, gravity does some of the lowering too. The other main part is this flexible diaphragm, which in some designs is a piston. In this case, it's just a balloon that's connected to the crankshaft using these two connecting rods. It looks like the flywheel lifts up on the diaphragm, but it's just the opposite. Hot air expands, and even though most of the hot air is at the bottom at this time, the overall volume occupied by the air is increasing. It's that increasing volume of air that inflates the diaphragm and pushes up on the connecting rods. That turns the crankshaft and adds energy to the flywheel. That's what keeps the flywheel turning and makes the whole thing work. When does the air cool down again? It cools down while it's in the top part of the cylinder. When the displacer comes back up, it forces the cool air back to the bottom so that the whole cycle can repeat again.
Alright, with all that explained, let's get to what you've been waiting for, to see the actual engine work. Let's get this candle lit. Okay. It'll take a minute for her to heat up. And it needs a kickstart with the flywheel. See if it'll work. And there she goes. She'll work like this as long as you got a heat source. Alright, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy.